Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Guys, it has been a very long time since I have uploaded a budget with me video, so I apologize, but we are back at it. It is the beginning of September. It is my favorite month, favorite season. Who else loves fall? Let me know in the comments if fall is your favorite season. But I am gonna go ahead and walk through how I utilize paycheck budgets. I believe that using paycheck budgets is very important when it comes to you like wanting to take control over your spending and how you want to utilize your income, because your income is your greatest like tool, right? We receive funds and we have to prioritize how we want to utilize what we are paid, right? So first things first, you will grab a notebook or a paycheck budget sheet like this. This is available on my Etsy shop if you would like to get one. But I have everything written up here starting off. But I'll get to all of the bills and everything in just a minute. If you guys are interested to see how I use this form using a percentage method, then keep on watching. All right, so I have already filled in the dates and what our paycheck numbers are, but now is the time where we fill in the bottom area, and this is just what I call our notes. And let me zoom you guys in so you can see what I am writing. So here is the breakdown of the 70-20-10 rule, right? You can do 80% and 20% for savings. I go over a lot of this in past videos, so definitely go ahead and check out the playlist up here to see how I go over that and explain that more in depth. But for this paycheck, we are trying to live off of 70% of what the income is. So income amount for this particular payday is $1306.24. That's including a very small amount left over in our checking account. So we include these paychecks giving us a total income, and now we're gonna figure out what 70% is, what 20% is, and what 10% is. So let's do that right now. So 70% comes to $914.37. We're gonna keep the change in there for this time. 20% comes to $261.25, and then giving is 10%. So because it's just a dollar up here, we're just gonna utilize this entire dollar amount. Now, if you have a larger balance left over in your checking account, which hopefully you do, but you know, times are tough, so we've used pretty much all of our funds, then you could use 10%, which is the tithe, just off of what your actual income was for that time frame. So we give off of the paycheck received, not the total like balance that we have in our checking account. If that makes sense, give me a thumbs up, because I hope I explained that well enough. So we're gonna take 10% of that 1306, so that will be like 131. But just so you all can see that, I like to round up when it comes to tithing, so we are just gonna go ahead and put it at 131. So spend, goal, and give. Those are my categories, like the big categories, right? So spending, that is anything that goes out of the bank account. So that's your bills, your utilities, your daily cash envelopes. If you're a cash envelope user, your daily spending. The goal is for us to be within that dollar amount here, and then the rest can go to our goals. So that's this next category right here. Goals is 20%. Now, everyone's goal is different. That's why I like to just call it, hey, this amount, I believe it's best if you set this percentage as your goal, whatever your goal is. Now, our goal is to save for specific events. So that's what this post-it note is here. If you guys are wondering, what the heck is this post-it note? That's what that is. This is called sinking funds. Okay, everyone's sinking funds are different, and sinking funds is something where, or it's an event or a, oh my gosh, what is it that I'm trying to say? It's something that you're saving for. So if you're wanting to buy, let's say, a new piece of furniture, or if you're wanting to go on a vacation, if you're wanting to do something to buy gifts in the future, repair your car, those are categories that you slowly put money in so that later on you will have that goal amount to buy whatever that is, right? So some of these I have on an online savings account. I recently switched 4 of them, and that's those that are highlighted. So I don't have cash envelopes for them. These are online. The rest, I do have cash envelopes. But so goals for us is to save for specific events and also save for our home deposit. I think that that is like, it's so crazy. We sold our house in April of this year, 2020, and now our goal is to slowly save to have a good down payment for our next home, at least 20% down. That way it will avoid PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, on our mortgage payment. So that is the goal, and we are slowly getting there. You know, it's probably going to take us a little while, but it's worth it to us. So that is what our goals are. So 20% of that will be going specifically for sinking funds and for savings. For you, it may be debt or something else, right? You fill in the blank of what your goal is. And then the last thing is the giving, which I believe in tithing. That's very important to us. We have always tithed, and we take 10% of what our income is so that we can give it back to the ministry. So yeah, now we are gonna go ahead and fill in all of the numbers, utilizing the percentages and also utilizing this bill tracker. And I love this resource. Again, everything, if you want to know what I use, everything is linked in my description box down below. I get a lot of questions about that, so definitely check there first to see what I do use. But I love using Bill Tracker, this Bill Tracker worksheet, because I have everything written in of what exactly I'm setting aside for a particular expense or bill. And what is highlighted, it means that I would have to have that total amount set aside to pay that bill, because that is the due date. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in this worksheet, and then I will get back to you in just a minute. All right, so I have gone in and filled out what I know is true based on this bill tracker. I just went down the column. I did have to correct something, so that's what that scribble is. So I went ahead and I filled in the totals here from the bill tracker amount. And I filled in the variable here, which is SunPass. It's our tolls, the transponder. So we're gonna add $20 there and $100 for gas for the both of us. Now what I like to do is I like to figure out what this total is before I put in a miscellaneous category, because I still wanna make sure where do we stand to be within this dollar amount. And then I also have to consider what our daily cash envelopes are and how much we want to apply to that. So these are my daily cash envelopes that are in my wallet. We're gonna go ahead and just add this up and see where we are. Okay, so it came up with $621.20, but I always like to double check and make sure that that is the correct total. So $621.20 is what this comes up to. So now we said that we wanted to spend $914 for all of like the daily spending. Now this miscellaneous category is technically not spending, and I normally would not include the miscellaneous as part of this, but sometimes I end up using the miscellaneous amount because of like an unexpected bill or if we had ordered something and we just use that little cushion, I will use what that dollar amount is. So $914.37 is what that is, and we still have to put money towards our cash envelopes. So let me just write this number down, that way I won't forget it. And we are going to figure out what we have to still budget for. So $293 is that little cushion so that we can apply towards our cash envelopes, and then also see if we can put a miscellaneous dollar amount, right? So I already know one of these is $75. That's our grocery fund. We set aside $75 weekly for our groceries. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that aside. So we're now left with $218 to break down. I like to, you're kind of getting an inside of how I figure out my numbers, but I like to see what we actually have for some of these categories. So we only have $3 from eating out. So I know realistically we do eat out, actually quite a bit, which is not a good thing, but that's our actual spending, and I want to be realistic with that. So I know we'll put money for eating out. Grocery, we have $25, but we will be adding the $75. We have nothing right now in home. We do have to buy some dog food, and I want to get them like a treat or something. Their dog food usually is the $13, but I might want to just add $20 for them, just to give us like a little buffer there for them. So I'll actually write that in. I think that that is good, $20. And spending, I still have some money left over. I have $33 for spending. So I know I have to add funds to eating out and home. So let's say we will, if we do $30, that's a realistic number. We can put 20 for home, because we do have to buy like some cleaning supplies, and like I like to include our like the laundry detergent and dish detergent, all of that stuff under the home category. And then spending, let's just say let's do 45 for spending. That way it will give us, let's try to have $100 for this miscellaneous. I think that that's realistic. So we said that there was $621, not including the miscellaneous. So that increases this to $721.20. Hopefully you guys are following me. I'm sorry, but this is kind of how I work. This is how my brain works. So let's see what we have left over, and then we'll add this up. So you're taking the income, subtracting the giving, and then subtracting this dollar amount right here. That leaves us with $454.04. $454.04. And let's add this up right here for the daily cash envelopes. 30 plus 75, 20, 20, 45. Okay, so the total is $190. And let's see how we did to be within that dollar amount. So you take this number, so we are at $911, below the 70%, which is exactly where you want to be. So you kind of see how that works. I hope I explained that okay for you guys. So now we have to figure out what we are going to apply for our sinking funds. I have a specific dollar amount that we put for our Christmas, so I know that that automatically is $25, but that is the only item that I know exactly how much we have to take out for each paycheck, because we have a goal to save $1,000 by November, and that's $25 each one of our paychecks that we will put aside. So I already know that that's $25, and the rest I just kind of figure out, you know, what would be best. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the numbers so that we can be within that 20% or less than 20% because we split this in half. All right, so actually the sinking funds total came out to be $140 because we have to take into account like some birthdays that are coming up, and we do wanna set money for our gifts envelope. So that's something that we have to think about as well. So $140 is our total sinking funds amount. However, it is not the dollar amount that we will be withdrawing for cash. So we have to deduct the amount that we are transferring into our savings account. So that's $20, $40, $50, $60 that we are not going to be withdrawing. So I'm just gonna put that as online. So $80 is the cash that we will be stuffing for the cash envelopes. So the total cash is this dollar amount plus the daily cash envelopes. $270 is the total cash that we will be withdrawing to stuff our cash envelopes. So now we get into tallying up what we need for our cash envelopes. So eating out, we need 30, so I'm gonna do 20, 30. Groceries, we need 75, so I'm gonna do 50, 75. Home is getting 20. Pet is getting 20. And spending, we are getting 20, 45. Okay, so that is our regular cash envelopes. Now we have to take out 25 for Christmas, 10, a 5, 20, 10, a 5, and then another 5. So it should be 150, 8 20s, 3 10s, and 6 5s. So let's just see if that adds up correctly. So a 50, 140, 160, 30, 30. Okay, that is perfect. So now I just write that on this teller slip, and I will bring that to the bank so that they know exactly what I need for my denominations. Now let's see what we have remaining. Taking this dollar amount, $454.04, and we're gonna subtract the 190 and the 140. 124.04 is what is left over, and we are actually just gonna bring that down to our home fund because we are working our way towards saving for a house, leaving us with a zero-based budget. So now I will go ahead and head to the bank, and we will get to stuffing these cash envelopes. All right, guys, so I just came back from the bank. It's the next day, and I took my teller slip and I got exactly what I needed for my cash denominations. Now it's time to go ahead and stuff my cash envelopes. So we're gonna go ahead and just work from the top to the sinking funds and stuff these. So we're starting with the eating out, which is this one. I love this envelope, it is so cute. So there's currently only $3 in here, but we are going to add 30. And today is the 4th. So there will be $33 in here. I'm gonna go ahead and just get my 30. So this one is good to go. Groceries, this is getting 75. So we now have 100 in here. So the 50, the 20, and the 5. Just get all of this organized. So 50, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Okay. good. Home, we are funding $20, so I'm just gonna put that right up here. Pets is also getting 20, and there's 13, so there'll be 33 in here. All right, and then spending is getting 45. So we have 8 and so 78. Just organizing my money. So 20, 40, 60, 75, 76, 77, 78. I remember putting in an extra $1 from somewhere. So I have to just put this into my September savings because it's an extra $1. But I do remember putting in an extra $1 in one of my envelopes. I just didn't remember which one I put it in. So I'm just gonna set this aside, and there is $78 in here. So this is good to go back into my wallet. And now we are going to be focusing on our sinking funds that I have in envelopes. Some of these, as I mentioned before, I transfer into my online bank, but we are still stuffing just a few of my cash envelopes for the sinking funds. So $25 is going to Christmas. So we have $7.25 in here now, which is crazy. We've never had this much like ever for Christmas. Like usually in the past we would focus on like growing our credit and we would just put everything on a credit card, but now we actually are saving for purchasing gifts for Christmas, which is so it's such an amazing feeling. So if any of you started your Christmas savings, where are you right now? What is your goal? Let me know in the comments. So this is for Emma's birthday. We're just gonna put in $10. So there's $145 in here. So we got 20, 40, 60, 81, 120, 130, 45. Okay. Father's Day, we are adding $5. So there's going to be 47 in here. So 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 6 and 7. And gifts, we are putting in $20. So there's going to be 44 in here. As you can see, there's 44. For my birthday, we're adding the $10. So $145 for this one. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. And for Mother's Day for next year, we're adding $5. So there's 68. There's the 60, 5, 6, 7, and 8. then last one is for Valentine's Day for next year. We are adding $5. I know that these are like small amounts, but really slow and steady is the best way for us to achieve our goals. If it's $2 that you have, put it towards, you know, a goal that you have for specific savings, $5, whatever it is, that's you working towards that particular goal that you have. So honestly, there's no such thing as having too little amount for a savings or what you can apply for that savings goal. If you have it, just put it aside because you're that much closer to reaching your goal. 20, 40, 60, 81, 110, 15, 20, 125. All right. So I am going to go ahead and put my sinking funds away. And again, everything that I do use is linked in the description box down below. So in case you're ever curious of what I use, definitely check there first. But that is everything, guys, for today's video. I hope it was motivating to you. I hope it inspired you to, you know, start on a cash budget and see if it works for you. If not, try online savings like I have been using Ally for some of these savings, and you're allowed to have like different buckets and goals, and it's a great way to track. So try out these sinking funds categories online or cash envelopes and see if it works for you. Everyone is different, so there's no like one way of doing these type of budgets, but I really hope that just watching this and just hearing me explain our goals to you really motivates you and sets a fire under you to venture on and become financially free. And so yeah, that is all that I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in a brand new video. Bye guys!